Hello viewers, welcome back to another episode of Atif Asks. I'm Atif Asks, and with me as usual there's my colleague Mohammed Zubair. Just want to start the show with Zubair's latest news in Daily Sun. So I just saw that news and just read that news that BCL has been scrapped up. Yeah, and a first class tournament will not be held despite having first round of matches ahead of the unfinished. What prompted BCB to take such a step?
A lot of things. So already we all know, because of the election and the board dispute and clubs and board dispute, domestic schedule hasn't been properly run smoothly. So we can say that. So Dhaka Premier League was postponed, and first division, second division didn't go ahead properly. So, but BCB started the BCL 4-day competition ahead of the 2-match test series against Pakistan, if you remember.
Yeah, I do.
As a preparation for preparation, it served well. Everybody scored runs. We could leading into the Pakistan series, and Bangladesh won the series 2-0. So it serves its purpose. But after that, Dhaka Premier League has to kick in, and they finished with the Dhaka Premier League without the Super League. So there was enough time. After that, there was plan to restart the BCL 4-day competition and finish the season with BCL 4-day competition and start the new season in September with NCL T20. That was the initial plan. But in recent last couple of days, development is BCB don't want to continue with the BCL because there are some A-team commitment in South Africa, and HP team hasn't got there any plans execution. They haven't got their players in and everything. Those players availability questions comes into play against, and it's the rainy season as well. So all these factor comes into play to taking the decision and scrapping the one of our premium first class competition, and it has to be it won't be continuing anymore. And BCL has been a problematic tournament last 2 seasons as well. If you remember, last season there was no BCL 4-day competition because PCB introduced NCL T20. So calendar is so cramped up nowadays. So BCL always gets compromised, and BCL is a tournament. BCB is try to use last couple of years try to use it whenever the bilateral agreement, whenever the bilateral series is like BCL ODI comes in when Pakistan was due to come in here for a ODI series. So that's why all of a sudden BCL ODI popped up. The last 2 years there was no BCL ODI. So it was just a inconsistency in the domestic calendars, and every time it happens, let me finish. Every time it happens, first class cricket gets compromised. That's the saddest part.
Yeah, but just not. To be honest, when BCL was introduced, there was a major focus on attracting sponsors.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be a sponsor-based tournament.
It's a franchise tournament, four-team franchise tournament, but
Slowly,
it became a BCB tournament.
That's one of the biggest problems of that, because if it was a franchise-based tournament, then things would have been different. Then probably they would have thought that, okay, there's a franchise.
For the sake of franchise, you have to.
And I think that for this board needs to understand that they have got to start developing a calendar, and not for this year.
Yeah.
For the next 3-4 years, so that everybody knows what's happening.
Yeah.
Because I just tell you one thing, I don't think that when Modern Sporting Club, the Dhaka Premier League champions, formed their club, they formed their club with the FTP in hand.
Yes.
This is how a professional outfit goes.
Yes.
But when the BCL tournaments come, do the board members really have the FTP? I don't think so.
It's just a tournament whenever you need.
Yeah, and they just play this tournament for the sake of play.
Yeah, you have a bilateral series ahead of you. Now you play 4-day competition.
Exactly.
Now you have a ODI series. Now you pop up a ODI BCL competition. BCL has been this like this for a long time. It shouldn't be like that.
And I don't think that BCL should be saying that we will be doing another beautiful new big BCL rather than doing this
properly.
Rather than focusing on reintroducing BCL, BCB can start thinking of generating those money into the NCL and make it more proper.
Yes. Do you think they will continue with BCL? Because I have heard some rumors they will expand the NCL so much that there won't be any room for
Yeah,
BCL.
that's why I told you this thing. That they
Yes.
might be focusing on MCL in such a manner that they don't need BCL.
Yeah. So that's one thing as well. So you were saying from October onwards to March, it will be NCL all the way. NCL 4-day and NCL ODI and NCL T20.
Yes, but if you notice, in the last 2-3 days, there was a lot of news regarding the reconstruction of Khulna Stadium. The
Home and away comes in, so matches will be increased.
There's Bogura and other stadium venues are being seen, BCB are taking a look at those venues. If there's more venues, then NCL can be
And home and away tournament, and then matches will be increased and it will be long. It will,
longer.
it
So
will
you
run
don't
for
need a
longer.
BCL.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea. But I've got a lot of ideas in Bangladesh, and I've seen very few to get executed on time.
Yeah. Atif, I wanted to ask you about something else in the regarding national side.
Okay.
Your favorite cricketer Musfiqur Rahim is going to play the one-off test against Zimbabwe. So it's likely to we can say Bangladesh will go for a full strength batting order in terms of big names. So how do you see that? Can Mushfiq could have slide this one through for a younger player like Omid Hassan or 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐳?
Yeah, I was just hearing a podcast of Mushfiq where he was saying that he wants to take the preparation of the Australia series with the Zimbabwe, one of the tests against Zimbabwe. I didn't get that right because for a player like Musfiqur Rahim who have played 100 tests, you don't need a Zimbabwe test to prepare for Australia series. Okay. I think this statement does not go with me.
Yeah.
The problem lies with the Bangladesh system because we have to know when we can say to a senior cricketer, okay, it's high time you sit in this tournament. We want to try sit in the series. We want to try a younger player. We want to see how he reacts.
Yeah.
We want to see, and mind you, this one-off test is not part of championship.
ICC Test Championship.
Test championship. So they can try with a new player, but Bangladesh Cricket Board at this stage, I think, don't have the guts to say Mushfiq, okay, Mushfiq, can you sit down for this series?
Yeah.
So if that is the case, then I think our young cricketers will be developed, but only after cricketers like Mushfiq or others step down.
Yeah.
In India or in England or in any other big cricketing nations, you will see that in bilateral series, we see major stars being sidelined.
When it's a non-ICC Test Championship match, especially.
For Mushfiq, Taijul and Mominul, this one-off test do carry something for them, probably, because they don't play test very much.
Yeah.
But for a cricketer like Mushfiq, I think it would have been better if he had allowed some other guys to take up the responsibility.
Under his watch. Under his watch.
But another thing that I should say that Bangladesh might need Mushfiq this time,
Yeah.
because Bangladesh don't have Liton Kumar Dash.
Yeah.
So
And Mehdi Hasan Miraj. Who's also integral part of the batting order as well.
Yeah. So taking that into consideration, Mushfiq might get yes vote from most of the from the management. But even if it was normal series, even if Liton was there, even if Mehdi Hasan Miraj was there,
Mushi would have been opted to play.
Exactly. That's my question.
Yeah.
We need to understand that we need to tell Mushfiq, okay, you have aged. We know you are good form. You are good form. You have got a lovely fitness, but we might as well try to see the younger players.
Yeah.
Because 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐳 or Omid Hassan, who have been included in the test squad, one of them will be playing, and the other will be sitting around.
Yeah.
If everything goes according to plan.
Anyway, I just wanted to take you back to 5 or 6 years ago when all the big boys were playing in the white ball cricket. I think that was the same situation selectors had to go through because they weren't willing to sit out for a game or two or a series or two. And that is eventually hamper our middle order prospect. Nowadays, though, that's what we are facing. Apart from 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐳, no one's in settled in the middle orders because lot of the big boys played during that time and didn't let anyone.
You're talking about the white ball.
Yeah.
And the ODIs.
Yeah. Special ODIs.
Special ODIs. Yeah, that you can always say that because we as a nation have always been very much
into ODI cricket.
And we as a nation have our own heroes, the five Pandavas, as we say, Mashrafi, Tamim, Saqib, Mushfiq, Mahmudullah.
Yeah.
To accommodate them, we have tried a lot of things in our life. And at times,
We go a bit further.
bit farther. So, and being Mushfiq and part of that big five,
Yeah.
we have to accommodate him. So that's where it stands. Thank you, Zubair.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.